Believing in Jesus means your sins are forgiven? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, it's a common belief that praying to Jesus absolves you of all your wrongdoings. But is it really that simple? Let's dive deeper into the concept of sin, forgiveness, and personal responsibility. Stay tuned for more insights.
Imagine this. Jesus offers salvation, forgives all sins, and proves himself as godlike. By kneeling for Christ, all sins are forgiven. It's an attractive idea, no longer held responsible for our wrongdoings. It's like wiping out karma. Karma, on the other hand, is a logical compensation for our actions in life. So, what do you think, forgiveness or karma? The choice is yours.
So, let's talk about forgiveness and consequences. Some say praying to Christ is the only way to clear your slate, but if karma is the ultimate rule, is Christ a party pooper? It's like playing by the rules, but then someone changes the game. What do you think? Are we all just pawns in a cosmic chess match? Thinking face.
Imagine this: if Christ wanted to cancel the consequences of everyone's sins, he had to deal with the bad karma resulting from those sins. You can't just delete karma. It's a powerful energy that needs a destination. So, how did Jesus handle it? He took on all the suffering caused by the karma of those forgiven. But why would a sinless deity suffer endlessly for flawed humans? It doesn't make sense, right? Well, here's the twist: Jesus passed the consequences of those sins to the Jews, who literally asked for it. His deed wasn't just forgiveness. It was about shifting the burden. Eureka! The cry, "May his blood be on us and our children," was a game changer. Jesus found a way to resolve the sins by passing it further. Clever move, right? Did the Jews curse themselves after crucifying Jesus? Exploding head. The phrase, "his blood be on us and our children," is chilling. But what if it wasn't just an angry mob's words? What if some Jews realized they'd killed their own Messiah? Face screaming in fear. The guilt, the regret, the self-inflicted curse. Could it explain the centuries of suffering? Is the Holocaust a consequence of that ancient act? This possibility forces us to confront the complexities of history and human nature. It's a dark thought, but one that can't be ignored. What do you think? Thinking face. Ever wondered about the catch in selling your soul to Satan to solve your problems? Turns out it's a temporary fix. When the pact ends, so does the deal. But here's the twist: Jesus gets help from the Antichrist. It's a complex web of faith and consequences. So remember, there's always a price to pay, even when dealing with the devil. Stay tuned for more intriguing insights.
In the midst of unimaginable horror, the victims of the Holocaust faced a punishment on top of punishment. The executors, believing in Jesus Christ, shifted the consequences onto those already suffering. The victims, already victims, faced a punishment squared, paying for the bad done to themselves. A chilling reminder of the depths of human cruelty and the resilience of the human spirit. When Jesus apostates to Satan, the pact ends. His followers lose immunity from penalty. No longer punished like the Jews, they face consequences of potential penalty. Stay vigilant, for missing out on penalty is their new reality. As Jesus followers, we no longer have immunity from penalties like the Jews did. We now face the consequences of potential penalties, so staying vigilant is crucial. The Jews, on the other hand, did not face these consequences. So, how were they punished? Well, they faced penalties directly without the buffer of potential consequences. Stay tuned to learn more about the differences in how penalties were dealt with in the past. Imagine a world where the immunity for penalty of Christians is gone. What happens to the disability of Jews to face the consequences of possible penalties? Without immunity, Christians may face the same challenges as Jews in facing penalties. It's a thought-provoking scenario that highlights the complexities of religious freedoms and legal protections. Let's reflect on the implications of such a shift in dynamics. Food for thought, right?
If the immunity for penalties of Christians is removed, it raises the question of what happens to the disability of Jews to face consequences. If Christians now face all penalties, what about the Jews' immunity? It's a complex issue that challenges our understanding of justice and equality. Will the balance shift, or will new dynamics emerge? Stay tuned as we explore the implications of these changes. Ever wondered why the Jewish community seems to face harsher punishments? It's because of the lack of a buffer against direct penalties. This vulnerability has historically made them targets for discrimination and violence. Could this be related to the horrors of the Holocaust? Stay tuned to explore this complex issue further. So, you're telling me you want a good ending for your topic right now? Well, sorry to disappoint, but sometimes the best endings come when you least expect them. It's all about the journey, the twists and turns that keep us hooked. Embrace the uncertainty because who knows, the perfect ending might be just around the corner. Stay curious, stay patient, and let the story unfold in its own time. Trust me, it'll be worth the wait.